Yo, how's it going? Doing back in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about why the NBA needs to be very scared of the Miami Heat. And basically in this video, I'm going to be getting into why I think this lineup is so well-rounded and how this team is just so good and works so good together, and how they really are shocking the NBA kind of and becoming one of the better teams in the entire league this year. And I don't think a lot of people really expected this, but they are playing very good at a very high level, and they are definitely very early on the season probably a top 5 team in the NBA right now. So I'm going to get into a few reasons why I think that the NBA should be able to really take notice of this team, and they need to take them seriously, or they could really be something legit once we get around to the playoff time. So I'm going to have a few reasons in this video, and if you like the video, point the like button and subscribe button. That would mean the absolute world to me. Without further ado, without running on too much, let's get right into this video. Now, the first thing that I'm going to be getting into for this video is going to be that they're extremely well-rounded. Now, for most rosters in the NBA, there could be a very top-heavy team, have a lot of star talent, but not a lot of good role players, or they have a lot of role players, not enough star talent. Maybe their bench is good, but their starters aren't that great. And like a lot of teams just have a lot of different types of holes in them. But when you look at the Miami Heat, they really don't have almost any holes in this roster, and or basically have zero weaknesses, or at least like anything that you can call a weakness. As if you look at their starting 5, they have a top 8 center in Bam Adebayo, maybe even top 5, top 4 center in Bam Adebayo. They have PJ Tucker, who's a perfect veteran for this team, very good, does anything you need him to do, very solid, great hustle guy, and just fits the Miami Heat culture perfectly. Then Jimmy Butler, who's playing at a superstar level right now and playing some of the best basketball of his entire career. And although you don't see him as being a superstar level player with the like LeBrons and Kawhis and all that, right now he is currently playing like that. And then you also throw in people like Duncan Robinson, who's their starting shooting guard and is the perfect floor spacer, one of the best shooters in the entire NBA. Then Kyle Lowry, another star level player who just does anything you need to do to win. He just has such a good impact on winning, and he just plays and does anything you need him to do. Very good defense, and really everyone on that starting 5 just fits the Miami Heat culture extremely perfectly. Like the culture in Miami is kind of work hard, play very hard, scrappy, just like playing very hard, and Jimmy Butler embodies that, Kyle Lowry embodies that, PJ Tucker does, Bam Adebayo buys into it. Really the only player that doesn't play extremely hard every single night is Duncan Robinson, but that's just because that's not his role. His role is to spread the floor and stay out by the three-point line, and it's hard to play physical when that is your role, but not that he doesn't play hard, he still plays very hard. But not even in just their starting 5 do they have zero weaknesses. Look at their bench. They have right now the 6th man of the year in Tyler Herro, and I don't know if Tyler Herro can keep this play up, but if he does, he is one of the best, he is the best bench player in the entire NBA, and better than a lot of team starters. Like Tyler Herro right now is playing out of his mind and playing the best basketball he has ever played. Now, can he keep this up? I don't know, but if he can keep this up and they can consistently have someone giving them 2 points per game off their bench in Tyler Herro, that is going to go a very long way, especially when it comes to playoff time. And then even to complement Tyler Herro off the bench, they have other great role players like Markieff Morris, Dwayne Dedmon, Max Struss, and even Kiki Akapola. I probably butchered his name, but he is a second-year player who kind of fits the mold of the culture as well. But then something not a lot of people know about is that they still have Victor Oladipo returning from injury. Now, although Oladipo will not start for this team just because of how good they are and how good they're playing, Oladipo off your bench also fits the culture perfectly. He plays hard. He's one of the hardest workers in the NBA. Every coach he's ever had says that. He works extremely hard, plays extremely hard, and is going to give you 100% every night. So just imagine, you're going against the Miami Heat in the playoffs. Your starting 5 is already struggling to compete with their starting 5 because of how good they are, and then they check in Tyler Herro and Victor Oladipo off of the bench. Those are 2 very good starting level players, if not above average starting level players for any other NBA team, and those are their 6th and 7th man off their bench. If Oladipo can stay healthy and even be half of what he was last year, because Oladipo wasn't bad last year when he started for him, so he can just give him around 10 points per game off the bench and play really good defense, he's going to be extremely valuable to this team. And the Miami Heat are not even in their final form right now, which is extremely scary because Oladipo is still coming back, and I think for sure that is one of the scariest things to think about, and this team is just so well-rounded and still getting better. I think this is for sure one of the best built rosters in the entire NBA from top to bottom. And now the second thing I want to get in this first video is going to be that they can legitimately compete with anyone in the entire NBA. And that is why I think they're so good, because they believe that as well. Because if you just look at the Eastern Conference, they are definitely a top 3 team. It's the Milwaukee Bucks, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Miami Heat, and that's not the particular order I have them in. Now, although I do think the Bucks are the best team still, only because they have a guy named Giannis on their team who is the best player in the Eastern Conference, maybe under Durant, but right now he is the best player in the Eastern Conference. Back-to-back MVP, just proved that he can win a finals MVP, played very good. And I think since the Bucks have already proved they can make the finals, that's why I have the Bucks at the #1 seed right now in the East, or at least like talent-wise, they might not be the #1 seed record-wise, but I do think that they are the best team in the East. And then I think that the Heat are right above the Nets, and them two are kind of battling for that second spot. And as of right now, I think Miami Heat are better than the Brooklyn Nets, but I could legitimately see them beat either one of those teams, because I think for sure that Jimmy Butler could play very good against Kevin Durant, and that Kyle Lowry could also play very good against James Harden, and it would be very, very hard for them to deal with people like Bam Adebayo, PJ Tucker, Tyler Herro, Duncan Robinson, and all those type of players, and I think they have a better built roster than the Nets do. So I think for sure that the Miami Heat, or at least the second best team in the Eastern Conference. And then you look at the Western Conference, although the Lakers aren't playing good, when it comes to playoff time, LeBron becomes a different type of guy. If Anthony Davis is healthy, Russell Westbrook is healthy, and maybe they even trade Russell Westbrook, which is kind of a rumor right now, I think they could even beat the Los Angeles Lakers in NBA Finals series if that is what it came to. But the reason I do struggle to put them above the Lakers is because of LeBron, because when LeBron wants to win, he just does it. Like, if LeBron is in the NBA Finals, he becomes a different animal sometimes. Like you saw in the Golden State series when they came down 3-1, he just took over. There was nothing the Warriors could do about it. And if he goes in that mode, there's no team in the NBA ever to exist that can stop that man. Now, yes, they might win because LeBron's one player, but LeBron can just take over games. So to say they're the best in the NBA, I think is a little bit of a stretch, especially with the Warriors playing as good as they are right now, and the Warriors also are still getting better when they get Klay Thompson back midway through the year. So I definitely wouldn't say that they're the best team in the NBA, but I definitely think they could win a playoff series against any team in the NBA. And obviously this is assuming they're still healthy by the time it comes to the playoffs. But unfortunately, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think the Miami Heat could be very, very scary in the NBA? Do you think NBA teams should be scared of them? Or any of your thoughts in the comment section below. If you do like the video, you point the like button and subscribe button mean the absolute word to me. And I hope you have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. So you need to have a blessed day. All glory to God. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah, blah, blah.